guess what happened, dude? We did Irvine. I got out of Irvine late at night with my buddy CY, right? Who's a great guy. Packed up the car, drove home. Saturday night, ended the shows. It was about 11:30, right? Fucking started the car. You know, it's real throaty, right? Like my shit is just so throaty, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I know I have a car that isn't so throaty, but that's by design, right? Because it's a little eco-friendly. But I took the throaty mobile, didn't I? This time I took the throaty mobile, and it looked, you know, it's nice, it's sleek, it's black, and it was super clean today too. Plus I got the clear bra. Fuck. And it's not so eco-friendly, but it's black on black on black. Oh my God, dude. And it's low. How low is it? It's practically underground, dude. Is this, what the fuck? Did we start digging? When we're sitting in the car, we look at each other, we go, did we start digging? Why? Because are we underground? No. And then I started up, and you go, does this car have a neck? And we say, why? And then somebody in the back says, because it sure sounds throaty. I started up, and it goes, right? And all of a sudden, someone's like, who fucking invited the Rough Riders, right? Now, so I pull out, okay? I pull out of the Irvine Improv, and I do, right? And I fucking, you know what I mean? Like the back tires have to catch up to the front, because that's just how I drive, right? When I pull out of a good weekend. And so I pull out and I go the wrong way, because no matter what I do, no matter how many times I play Irvine Improv at the Irvine Spectrum, no matter what, when I pull out, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where the 5 freeway is. I don't know where the 5 freeway is. And when I get off the 5 freeway and when I get to the Irvine Spectrum, I don't know where the Irvine Improv is. So I'm fucking traveling around trying to find the shit, right? So I get out the Irvine Improv and I fucking, right? And I'm trying, my back wheels are trying to catch up to my front wheels, right? And the car's acting real throaty, you know? We're above some shoulders in this bitch. And so I go the wrong way. I realize I go the wrong way because I click it into the fucking, what do you call it? The fucking navigation. Now, guess what we do know, okay? Spoiler alert, navigation systems, when a car's real throaty, navigation systems and the technology inside the car, when a car happens to be throaty as shit, the technology in the car takes a back seat, right? Because these cars are known for being throaty, okay? So when you start a car, the louder it goes, the more lost you might end up getting because the technology isn't there. And that's fine because we got the technology in the other car with the bloody guts. Okay? So I go the wrong way. I'm throaty all over. I'm trying to get to the 5. I got to take a U-turn. And guess what your boy does in the Throatmobile? Guess what your boy does in the Throatmobile? He doesn't fucking, right? Like, especially late at night when no one's around. If a red light is a red light, especially if it's an arrow, he kind of disobeys it and he just keeps going, right? Because nobody's around. And it's not even a true red light. It's one of those arrow red lights, which is kind of bitch. They're kind of bullshit, right? Because you should know when you're able to take a left or not, right? I don't need the fucking whoever operates traffic lights like the government telling me, you know? So I have to take a U-turn. I make an illegal U-turn, and all of a sudden behind me, it's Christmas. Whoop, woo, whoop, whoop, woo. Whoop, woo, whoop, whoop, woo. It's Christmas, dude. Twinkle, twinkle behind me, I see, and I don't feel anything, man. I don't feel anything. I don't think it's because I'm a sociopath, but it's because I haven't got a ticket in a while, right? Now, I don't know if you know this about me, but in my early 20s to my late 20s, I would get a ticket almost every 2 months. And it wasn't because I was speeding. Sometimes it was because I was speeding, but sometimes it was because I was doing something stupid, like texting with my phone or doing an illegal U-turn or something. Drifting. I would drift a lot, dude. I drift so much because I drive a lot of late at night shit and, you know, you're not going to hit another car, so I drift, right? It was Tokyo Drift, but very, very slowly for me, right? I wouldn't go very fast, but I would drift in and out like I was just kind of like getting to the racetrack. Tokyo Drift on the way to the racetrack. So I got lots of tickets. In fact, I got so many tickets, and I would pay them all, and I would never go to court because I'm not going to do that, right? I would just pay the ticket, and then what would happen was one time I found out that my license was suspended, but I found out it was suspended for 6 months, but I found out 7 months later. So a month before that it had been reinstated, and I had no fucking idea, dude. Dude, I had no idea. I didn't have a license for 6 months, and I was still fucking keeping it. I was still in my car. I was still in my car driving to different places, dude. I had no fucking idea. If I got pulled over, I would have been cuffed up, dude, and walked away. I had no idea I didn't have a license, but I kept driving anyway, and thank God I didn't get pulled over at that point. But anyway, I get pulled over again. Now, I don't feel any type of way about this. Maybe like 30% because I'm a sociopath, but also 30% because I know I haven't gotten a ticket in a while, and they're not going to revoke my license. And I've also got a thing in the back of my head where when this guy pulls me over, I wonder if he's going to be a nice cop. Because I'm super nice when the cops show up, right? I'm super nice. I don't say shit like, yeah, officer. I say, hey, man, I'm sorry, dude. So the guy rolls up, and I say, to see why, I say, roll down the window because it's tinted. I don't want to get a picture for, I got to keep it tinted. It's a throatmobile, right? So the cop shows up, and he leans in, and he takes a few extra seconds to even talk. So I'm like, oh, shit. I have no idea what's going on, right? Like, usually they come up and they're like license and registrations or like, hey, do you have any idea what you were doing? He shows up, and he waits a few seconds, and he says, is this the Bloody Guts mobile? The OCPD, there's some babies. We've got some blue babies out there near the beach. Shit. Guess what? It's Sergeant Baby, isn't it? Oh, God. It's Sergeant Elder Baby, isn't it? Oh. He says, is this the Bloody Guts mobile? And then I go like this. Get out of here, man. And he says, yeah, man. I said, no, get out of here. Really? You know my shit? And he said, I was at the show on Thursday. Oh, God. He saw me level a room 2 nights before. I wanted to be like, were you one of the people that stood up afterwards? So that's what he says, and I say, oh, man. And I fucking felt bad. I felt extra bad. I really did. I felt extra bad because he now is obviously in this position where it's like, shit, if he's going to give me a ticket, he's obviously going to feel bad because he likes my comedy and shit. So I said to him right there, I said, listen, man, I understand if you got to give me a ticket. I know I did an illegal U-turn and it was bullshit and it was wrong and I'm sorry. And he said, you know what? And he looks out and he's like, I'm actually on my way to another call, so just keep it safe, huh? And I said, okay. In the throatmobile, dude. Fuck yeah, man. Yes, got out of that one, dude. It's the only time it ever worked. And then guess what, dude? I'm coming back from the Coffee Bean today. Oh, is this what I think it is, Chris? Yeah, it is, guys. I'm coming back from the Coffee Bean today, and I'm fucking driving next to 3 cop cars. Now, why are they in a row? I don't know. But the thing about cops being in a row is you know that they're not going to pull you over because they feel badass driving together, okay? So I'm driving next to the cop car, and I'm doing the thing where I'm like, well, look, I don't know if... I don't want to speed. I don't want to go too slow, right? Because I don't want him to... Because one time a cop pulled me over for driving gingerly. He said, hey, do you know why I pulled over? I said, no. He said, well, you were driving rather gingerly. And then in my head, I was thinking, oh, that's okay, isn't it? And then I thought, maybe it's not. And then I actually thought, do I even know what gingerly means? Like, I had no fucking idea what was happening. And he said, no, it's okay. I just thought you were driving too well, that maybe you seemed to be overcompensating because you were drunk driving. And I was like, hey, cop, what the fuck is this shit? I'm driving good. Don't pull me over. Anyway, it was fine. Didn't get a ticket. Wasn't drunk and was just driving gingerly. And so this cop is driving next to me, and I'm not going too fast, too slow. I don't even know what the speed limit is because I never know what the fucking speed limit is, right? Who the fuck ever knows what the speed limit is unless they're looking at a sign? I'm like, is it 35 maybe? I have no idea. I was on Sunset Boulevard. I don't know what the speed limit is. Speed limit on Sunset Boulevard could literally be 25 miles an hour. It could be 70 miles an hour. I have no idea. So he's driving next to me. I roll the windows down. Why? Because you know one thing about my cars to be true is I've got the fucking windows blacked out because I don't want people to see that my car happens to be on its period, okay? But I roll down the windows because this cop needs to know that my shit isn't blacked out, because if he pulls me over, I could get a ticket for my windows being blacked out. By the way, I know the OC cop is fucking listening about how my windows are tinted. Sorry, right? I know you pulled me over and you fucking know about the Bloody Guts mobile, and I know my window. Now you know my windows are tinted even though they were open. Sorry, right? But so the windows are open and the cop's windows are open. So now he's driving alongside with me, and I'm driving the same rate of what I think the speed limit is, and so is he, because he's a cop and he's a good guy and he's trying to obey all the laws because he's a cop, because everybody knows that cops only always obey the laws, right? So I'm driving next to him, and then I slow down because there's a red light, but he's got the right signal to go right. And I know he doesn't have to slow down because he's going right, and I do have to slow down. But guess what he does? He slows down with me. So now I'm like, shit, man. What the fuck? Did the OC cop call him and say he should have given him a ticket, and now he's going to do some shit with me? But he slows down and he says, hey. And I look over, and it's like a 48-year-old cop or something. And we're still driving. We're not even stopped yet. And he says, just want to let you know, man, Topher from Workaholics is my favorite character. Dude, I loved it, man. I've gone to see you a few times, and I'm just such a huge fan. And I'm like, really, man? Thanks so much. I don't know if you know this, but I got fans from OC to LA in blue. Throatmobile, dude. But that one was eco-friendly, right? Because I had the Bloody Guts. But unreal, dude. The fucking boys in blue, back me up.